If you still unconsciously place this item on your chair, stop right now. That small action might be silently blocking your wealth, cutting off your good fortune, and slowly weakening the flow of prosperity in your home without you even realizing it. Hello, I am Master Han. In Feng Shui, a chair is not just something you sit on. It represents stability and the restoration of life energy. Every chair in your house, from the sofa in your living room to the one in your bedroom, serves as a resting point for energy flow, a space where both your body and mind are meant to recharge. But when you place objects on it that carry heavy or stagnant energy, things that are dusty, lifeless, or energetically drained, that healing zone becomes polluted. As a result, the energy that attracts wealth can no longer flow properly, blessings get stuck, and prosperity gradually slips away. Many people often wonder why things have been going wrong lately. Why work seems stuck, money comes and goes, and they feel mentally drained even though they have not done anything wrong. Sometimes the answer is not in your fate. It is right there in the chair you sit on every single day. And in this video, you are going to discover which specific items should never be placed on a chair. Each one carries a type of energy that can block the flow of abundance in your life. And the scariest part? There is one item that nearly 90% of people put on chairs every day, something that seems completely harmless. But it is actually a destructive object that shuts the door to wealth and fortune. But before we get started, leave a comment with this powerful affirmation. I am ready to receive the blessings and wealth flowing into my life. If you believe in the power of prosperous energy and want to learn how to unlock it every day, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Because every week I will be sharing timeless Feng Shui secrets, not just to help you attract money, but to protect your peace and keep the blessings flowing for your entire family. And now let us begin with the first item, clothes you have already worn. During the day in energy Feng Shui, the human body is surrounded by a field of energy. It carries the emotions, thoughts, and vibrations that we emit throughout the day. Clothes are the outermost layer that absorbs and retains this energy. As we go to work, meet people, and move through different spaces, all kinds of energy, both positive and negative, cling to the fabric. At the end of the day, when we come home, many people have the habit of taking off their clothes and tossing them onto a chair, thinking it is no big deal and they will clean it up later. But in Feng Shui, that simple action is the same as bringing back all the chaotic energy from the outside world into the very space that is meant to restore and calm you. The chair is a zone of recovery, a place for rest and recharging. When clothes filled with stress, fatigue, or emotional tension are thrown there, the energy field around the chair becomes heavy and stagnant, slowly losing its balance. The first effect you will notice is in your mood. People who live in this kind of environment often feel irritated, restless, and easily frustrated. And that negative energy does not just affect one person, it spreads to others, gradually creating a tense atmosphere at home. Over time, a deep sense of unease builds up. And according to Feng Shui principles, when the mind is not at peace, wealth cannot stay. When your thoughts are chaotic, it becomes harder to make wise decisions, easier to spend impulsively, miss opportunities, or let money slip away without even noticing. Blocked finances are not always caused by bad luck. They are often the result of disrupted energy flow that normally nourishes prosperity. Every misstep in Feng Shui begins with something unconscious, and a chair covered in worn clothes is one of the clearest symbols of this. Fortunately, the fix is simple. Create a designated space for clothes you have already worn, like a hanging rack, a laundry basket, or a separate drawer. When changing clothes, pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and imagine yourself releasing all the stress and worries of the day. This small ritual not only helps cleanse the energy around you, but also reminds your mind to shift from work mode to rest mode. Another helpful tip is to use natural scents or soft lighting to keep the energy around your chair clean and calm. When the chair is left clear, free from clothing, the restorative energy returns. You will find your mind is more at peace, your sleep deeper, and the flow of prosperity begins to move naturally again. Number 2. Trash bags and bags of items to be thrown away. If worn clothes carry old energy, then trash and discarded items carry what is considered dead energy, also known as decaying energy. In any living space, decaying energy must be taken out as soon as possible. When a trash bag is placed on a chair, it means you are inviting that decomposing energy to sit in the very spot meant for nourishing your home's vitality. In Feng Shui, this creates a powerful clash. The chair represents nurturing energy, the kind that helps people recharge, while trash symbolizes energy that has come to an end. When these two forces collide, your vital energy weakens and your flow of abundance becomes blocked. This explains why in many households, when things get cluttered, stagnant energy quickly spreads. You lose the motivation to clean, work slows down, and it becomes harder to keep your finances stable. Placing a trash bag on a chair also reflects a subtle but important message. It reveals a habit of procrastination and a sense of carelessness in your personal energy. Every time you say, "I will just leave this here for a moment," your mind sends out the frequency of hesitation. In Feng Shui, this mental state prevents energy from flowing smoothly, and as a result, your financial progress halts. No river stays clear if the water stops moving, and no wealth can flow when your energy is blocked by the habit of just leaving it there for now. The outcome is often erratic money flow. Everything seems fine today, but tomorrow brings unexpected expenses. Financial plans that seem stable suddenly fall apart. This is not coincidence. It is the natural reaction of energy when stagnation shows up in your space. The solution lies in discipline. When taking out the trash, never place it on chairs, tables, or beds. These are rest zones. If you need to prepare before taking it outside, place it near the door, in a spot where air circulates, and take it out as soon as possible. This small action creates a clear boundary between completed energy, dead energy, and nurturing energy, life energy. Also, do not mix discarded items with belongings you still use. When dead and living energies get tangled, your home becomes energetically confused. The warmth of the space disappears. People who live there feel drained, scattered, and uninspired. Designate a small area for things you plan to throw out, and make sure to clear them from the house before nightfall each day. Keeping your chairs clean, empty, and uncluttered is how you make space for wealth energy to flow. When rest areas are respected, the restorative energy within your home becomes fresh and light. Your emotions stabilize, your thoughts become clearer, and prosperity begins to arrive, effortlessly. Number 3. Mobile phones. In modern Feng Shui, the mobile phone is considered one of the most energetically intense items we interact with daily. It holds not only data, photos, and messages, but also absorbs all of the emotional energy from its owner through every call, every text, every bit of news we consume, every notification, every scroll through social media, every stressful message. All of it leaves an imprint on the phone's energetic field. The phone acts like a station for emotional energy exchange, a bridge between your inner world and the outside world. When you bring it into your rest space and place it on a chair, a zone meant for peace and energy renewal, you are essentially allowing the chaos of the outside world to invade your sanctuary. A chair symbolizes calm energy. It is the place your body needs to stabilize and recharge. But your phone emits electromagnetic waves and carries unstable, fast-moving energy. When these two energies overlap, the space becomes unbalanced. You may start to feel anxious or unsettled, even if you cannot explain why. That is why so many people struggle to relax, fall asleep, or quiet their minds, even when there is no obvious reason. It is often the result of allowing phones to invade your quiet zone. Every time you put your phone on a chair, calm energy is pushed aside, and chaotic energy takes over, disrupting your body's ability to recharge. The longer this continues, the harder it becomes for your body to relax, and your mind remains on alert. A subtle but exhausting type of stress. There is another consequence, one that is harder to notice, a breakdown in family connection. When the chair, a space where people could gather to talk and share, is taken over by phones, human interaction is replaced by screen interaction. Conversations get interrupted, eye contact disappears, and emotional closeness starts to fade. In Feng Shui, this is a sign that the family's harmonizing energy is weakening, and when connection fades, so does the collective energy of the household. To solve this, create an energy transition zone for your phone, a small space near the entrance, or a side table where you place your device before going deeper into your home. Doing this helps create a mental and energetic boundary between the outer world and your inner space, so that the energy of your home remains protected from digital stress. In the evening, before resting, place your phone on silent and keep it away from the bed or sofa, areas meant for stillness. If needed, place a neutralizing item nearby, such as a piece of white quartz or a small green plant. These objects can absorb some of the phone's intense energy and restore balance to your space. When your quiet zone is protected, your mind becomes lighter, your sleep deeper, and the flow of prosperity, which only moves when the heart is calm, will naturally start again. Number 4. Wallets. In Feng Shui for wealth, a wallet is not just something that holds your money. It is a symbol of your personal financial energy. The ups and downs of a person's finances often reflect how they treat their wallet. A wallet represents your economic lifeline. It is the place where the energy of money gathers, flows, and is protected. When a wallet is placed carelessly, especially on a chair, which is a zone for rest, it sends the message that your financial energy has been put on pause or stopped from flowing. In Feng Shui terms, this is called financial stagnation. The chair is a resting place, while the wallet holds active energy, the kind that moves with money. When these two opposing energies meet, the flow of financial qi gets interrupted. On an energetic level, putting your wallet on a chair is an unconscious signal that says, I am putting my finances on hold. Even if it seems like a small habit, doing this day after day causes your financial energy to slow down. You might start noticing that your income plateaus, business opportunities are harder to come by, or that money comes in quickly but leaves just as fast. Another common mistake is placing your wallet down when it is empty. In Feng Shui, an empty wallet symbolizes drained financial energy, a state where money flow has dried up. Just like a dried riverbed, there is no vitality left, which can cause a lack of motivation, low confidence, and fear when facing new financial opportunities. This often shows up as financial anxiety, poor spending habits, or sudden unexpected expenses. All of these are signs that your financial energy lacks a stable foundation. The solution is simple and practical. Always store your wallet in a fixed, secure spot. Choose a place in your home that has stable positive energy, like a tidy drawer, a small cabinet in the bedroom, or near your wealth altar. Avoid placing your wallet in temporary spots like on chairs, the dining table, or the floor. And never leave your wallet empty. Always keep at least one bill, one coin, or a symbolic item inside. It does not have to be of high value. What matters is that the energy of having remains present. An empty wallet carries the message of lack, while a wallet with even just a little money sends a signal of abundance. Caring for your wallet also affects your financial energy. An old, worn-out, or torn wallet reflects weakened energy. It is important to replace your wallet periodically, especially if it is too old or damaged. Choose a color that aligns with your personal energy. For example, earthy tones for stability, deep red or maroon for strong fire energy, and black for the solid grounding power of water energy. Keep your wallet neat and tidy. Do not stuff it with receipts or scraps of paper. These represent draining energy. Every time you open your wallet, you should feel, this is the space that holds my prosperity, not a cluttered mess. When you treat your wallet with respect, money energy responds by staying longer, multiplying faster, and finding its way to you with ease. Number 5. Shoes. Shoes are tied to your every movement throughout the day. They come into direct contact with the ground, with dust, dirt, and the mixed energy of all the places you pass through. In Feng Shui, shoes are seen as objects that carry the energy of your path, including stress, pressure, and fatigue. That is why shoes hold heavy, dynamic, and often chaotic energy, and they should never be placed in still energy zones like chairs, which are considered energy recovery points in the home. When you put shoes on a chair, you are allowing the fatigue and chaos of the outside world to enter directly into your resting space. This clash between the dynamic chi of shoes and the peaceful chi of the chair creates energetic conflict. At first, this might feel like low energy or difficulty relaxing. Over time, people in the home may experience constant fatigue, headaches, or a lack of motivation. From a wealth feng shui perspective, this habit unintentionally disrupts the flow of abundance. Shoes represent action, forward movement, and progress. When they are placed on a chair, a place of stillness, the energy of advancement is forced to stop. This can slow down career growth, delay plans, and leave the mind feeling heavy and sluggish. People may start making poor decisions or miss important opportunities simply because their mental clarity is off. In many cases, shoes also carry aggressive energy from tension, competition, or conflict. Every step you take outside is an interaction with external energy fields, and this invisible energy sticks with your shoes. When they are placed on a chair, that leftover energy seeps into your living space, creating discomfort and reducing your ability to fully relax. The most effective solution is to create a clear energy boundary at the entrance of your home. Place a shoe rack near the door, or use a doormat to symbolize the threshold. Outside is where you leave behind stress and tiredness. Inside is where peace begins. As you cross that line, consciously remove your shoes and imagine that all burdens from your day are staying behind. If space is limited, use a closed shoebox or a designated tray by the door to keep heavy energy from spreading into your home. Properly placed shoes not only keep your home neat, but also help energy flow smoothly, leaving the exhaustion outside and welcoming calm inside. When the home's energy is clean and light, your mind becomes clearer, your health more stable, and your fortune flows more freely. Number 6. Bags with documents, work items, or personal belongings. In Feng Shui, bags that carry documents, laptops, phones, or work supplies hold strong dynamic energy related to responsibility, ambition, and sometimes even conflict. Every day, these bags absorb the energetic pressure of the workplace. Deadlines, decisions, plans, and stress. When you come home and place that bag on a chair, you are inviting all of that tension into your resting zone. It pollutes the peaceful space meant for family and personal rejuvenation. As a result, it becomes hard to relax. Your mind stays in work mode, and your home slowly starts to feel like an extension of your office rather than a sanctuary. Over time, the boundary between work and rest disappears. Your body never fully recharges. Mentally, you are always on, burning energy without recovery. In Feng Shui, this creates an imbalance of yin and yang. Not enough yin to nourish, too much yang that exhausts. When this continues, wealth energy stalls, because energy for productivity is no longer being restored. Placing your bag on a chair also symbolizes a deeper issue, bringing the conflict and hustle of the outside world into your inner space of peace. Even unconsciously, this sends the message that stress is allowed to sit beside you. When your rest zone is invaded, your sense of safety declines, and relationships can suffer because each person brings their own tension home without releasing it first. To fix this, create an energy landing zone for your bag, a hook by the door, a small tray, or a drawer near the entrance. When you get home, place your bag there, take a deep breath, and mentally imagine all the pressure and responsibility staying inside the bag while you walk into your home lighter and freer. To enhance prosperity energy, you can place a small life energy item near your bag's resting spot, such as yellow quartz, a tiny green plant, or a feng shui coin. These help absorb stress and keep your home's energy from being overwhelmed. Number 7. Leftover food or takeout containers. Food is a life-giving energy source, but once a meal is over, that energy begins to fade. In Feng Shui, cooked or leftover food carries declining energy that is losing its vitality. On the surface, it is just leftover food, but energetically, it is shifting from nourishing energy to decaying energy, which vibrates at a low frequency. When this energy is placed on a chair, a zone of still, clean qi, a direct energy conflict begins. Leftover food, especially when it has cooled down, carries damp, heavy energy. When it sits on a chair, which should remain dry, clear, and calm, this dampness spreads. The space begins to feel slow, heavy, and dull. Positive energy in your dining or living room fades, making the household feel drained, low-spirited, and more prone to tension or arguments. From a financial perspective, leftovers represent unused resources stuck in place, energy that is no longer flowing. When excess energy lingers in a space, wealth energy, which thrives on movement, becomes blocked. Like a river filled with debris, water cannot flow smoothly, and neither can financial blessings. The result is difficulty saving money, stalled progress, or putting in effort without seeing results. Placing food on a chair also has symbolic meaning. It brings decaying energy into the place of life. The chair is where people gather, talk, and connect. When leftover energy intrudes, it disrupts harmony, leading to misunderstandings, especially around money and expenses. The solution is simple and clear. When you bring food home, decide right away. If you plan to eat it later, store it in the refrigerator, a place governed by metal energy that preserves and stabilizes qi. If not, throw it away immediately. Do not let the "I will deal with it later" mindset take over. In Feng Shui, every firm decision helps reopen the flow of energy. Also, make it a habit to clean your table and chairs after each meal. A tidy space allows food energy to dissipate naturally, keeping qi light and moving. You can even place a small life energy item in your dining area, like a jar of sea salt or a few sticks of dried cinnamon. These absorb moisture and clear out stagnant energy. For takeout containers, never leave them overnight on chairs or tables. Even if they are sealed, the energy inside still affects the space. Move them into the fridge immediately or sort them out to avoid polluting your living zone. This not only keeps the air feeling fresh, but also sends a strong message to the universe. In my home, everything is in order. Nothing is left behind or stuck. A home filled with precious items but chaotic energy is no different from a treasure chest with a locked lid. But once the space is cleansed and energy flows freely again, even the smallest home can become a powerful source of prosperity. When the chair is clear, the space is calm, the energy is light, the mind opens, and the flow of wealth returns effortlessly and naturally. True Feng Shui does not teach you to collect items. It teaches you to honor and protect the energy that supports your life. Every time you break a bad habit or remove an item with heavy qi, you are clearing the way for prosperity to enter. Abundance does not come from holding on tightly. It comes from letting energy move in the right direction, gently but steadily. Remember, your home is a mirror of your inner world. The more peaceful your space, the clearer your mind. The clearer your mind, the more open your path. True prosperity begins within and then radiates outward. So if you truly believe you are worthy of abundance and prosperity, let that energy begin flowing right now. Write this affirmation in the comments below. I open the path for wealth to flow into my life. This is not just a sentence. It is a declaration of a new mindset. The mindset of someone who is ready to welcome the flow of prosperity that is already on its way.